Hello and welcome to Real Auto Reviews. My name is Syed Shiraz Shah, and if you are coming to my channel for the first time, or you are watching this particular video for the first time, I'm talking about the highway review. This is one of my trademarked sort of videos, okay, because no one else does that, okay, because yes, it takes effort, okay, and patience. So in this video I primarily tell you two things, okay. One is the RPM at cruising speed, okay, at what it does at 100 kilometers per hour, okay, and the noise, the outside noise, okay, that comes in the cabin. And see, when I say the outside noise, there are three kinds of noises, okay. One is the engine noise, of course, okay, and then you have the road noise, the road/tire noise, okay, and then you have the wind noise. But then as a potential car owner, you just want to know how much of all that noise seeps inside the cabin, right? That's it. And of course, as and when necessary, I will segregate and tell you, okay, what kind of noise is a problem, or if at all it is a problem, okay. So let me first quickly get to 100. Why not start with Shiraz, what are you doing? And okay, so yeah, let me tell you how to set cruise control, okay. So this would probably be the stock setting wherein you are seeing the odometer and the range, okay. So what you need to do is you need to press this once. Now it's on standby, and take it to the speed that you want to set it at. So I want to set it at 80, and then you will press this button, set, okay, and set 80 kilometers per hour, okay. So it's what, this is 1 2 3 4, so that's 1200, 1400, 1600, 1800, 2000, okay. So that's 1200, 1400, 1600. It is a shade below 1600, okay. And one click and it increases it by 10 kilometers per hour. If I long press it, okay, see, one click, it is increasing by 10 kilometers, okay. And if I long press it, then all right, I could see him in the mirror, okay. So long press it, yeah, 90 kilometers per hour, okay. So it's a shade below 1800 RPM. All right, I have mentioned this in almost every highway review. This is Yamuna Expressway, okay, which is, see, this is tarmac, okay. Very tiny sections of tarmac, essentially on over bridges, okay, wherein you have traffic, okay, flowing. So you have villages on both sides, okay, and they need to travel from one side to the other. So of course, in fact every expressway, okay, will have these sections, okay, these over bridges, so that people can pass through from below, okay. I want you to notice the road noise, okay, almost disappearing when the car goes over those sections. So what I'm trying to say is, on any concrete/cement expressway, okay, you will experience a lot of road noise. All right, and and then of course your surroundings matter. All right, so on this expressway, in almost every car you would hear a whistle. All right, but then it is not bothersome, to be honest. Okay, so 90, like I said, is just below 1800 rpm, and as far as the ambience is concerned, okay, inside the cabin, it's quite serene. Okay, there's hardly any engine noise. Okay, I would say zero engine noise, because of course, because of the surroundings and because of the expressway I am on, concrete/cement. There is a bit of road noise. There is a bit of, so I tested the Creta N-Line, all right, and in fact, I would say, okay, let me not make this a long video. In the majority of vehicles in this segment, okay, or I would say a majority of vehicles under 50 lakh rupees, okay, that whistle is quite apparent. This, I would say, has the least amount of that whistle. Okay, despite driving on this side, these railings, okay, and you would experience this on general highways as well. Okay, you have those what do you call it, iron grills, wherein you have again, you get the picture. All right, different sorts of assortments. Okay, right now you of course have these guardrails, and then on highways you have different other stuff, okay, that creates that buffeting. So on this one, especially in cars under, I would say, 50 lakh rupees, the wind noise is the least on this one as yet. Okay, and let's take it up to 100. Yes, yes, I would stamp that fact that yes, in this segment at least, that wind noise, that whistle is the least of them all. Hardly any engine noise. Wow. And I'm sure some of you would know that this does not have the bonnet insulation. Okay, despite that, it is wonderfully silent. Okay, hardly any road noise as well. This is brilliant. And what is it doing? Just a shade below 2000 rpm. Like this could be 1980 rpm. You can okay, notice here, see, whatever road noise there was, it almost disappears. Okay, so on regular highways it would be even quieter. All right, yeah, this qualifies as 2000 rpm. Brilliant. You would love touring on this one. 110, 2200 rpm. It's actually just a shade below 2200 rpm, but then yeah, this qualifies as 2200 rpm. In fact, this is funny. Okay, we started with what, 1600 rpm, so every time, okay, it was just a shade below that mark, below 1600 rpm, below 1800 rpm, below 2000 rpm, and now below 2200 rpm. But this, these qualify as 1600, 1800, 2000, 2200 rpm. And yeah, there is hardly any change, okay, in the noise of any kind. Let's take it to 120 then. So that's 2200 and 2400 rpm. 2400 rpm, and hardly any change. I'll just take it to 130 and conclude the video. So that's 2200, 2400, 2600 rpm. Just, you know, a tiny bit of increment, that is, and you know, because I'm focusing. Wow. Again, in not in the engine noise, not in the road noise, only, you know, just a tiny bit of increment in the, you know, the wind noise, and I can tell you that the majority would not be able to feel that difference. It is that tiny. It is that tiny. 140. 140 is, it would be 2800. Yes sir. 150 would be 3000 rpm. What stability, what poise this car has, man. No wonder people tune it to go way faster. I would keep it stock, to be honest. This is all the power, you know, that I would need in India. Wow, what an amazing, amazing machine. So, see, even at 140, 150, okay, if, you know, the traffic permits you, if the law permits you someday, you would be able to maintain 140, 150 all day. I mean, this is a brilliant car. So yes, a big thumbs up to VW, okay, for making this car, okay. And you know, at a time when cars are becoming rolling tablets, rolling mobile phones, rolling laptops on wheels, all right, it's really amazing that we have cars like, you know, this one, although very few, of course. Like you have this, you have the Slavia. I can't think of a third car in this price range. I haven't driven the Verna, but of course it's a Hyundai, so it would not be you know, as good in terms of handling, but then I'll you know, reserve my comments until I've driven it. I just drove the Creta N-Line, and I mentioned in the review, okay, that the engine gearbox, okay, is of course good. It is not this good, let me tell you, okay. The engine is, the gearbox, okay. All right, so for flat out, yes, it I would say that, you know, this engine gearbox combo and the Creta N-Lines, okay, 1.5 turbo GDI with you know, that 6-speed manual, for straight out performance, yes, it's good. Why am I digressing? Okay, now that I've digressed, let me complete that. But then for, you know, it is not at all tractable. Okay, I'm talking about the Creta. This is beautifully tractable. Okay, despite the you know, despite the all the gear ratios, okay, especially the first 3, all right, and they are tall. Okay, the first takes you beyond 50, the second red line's at 100, the third red line's at 155. Okay, it hits the limiter at 155. So despite this tall gearing, okay, it is amazing tractable. Okay, amazingly tractable. And if you ask me how, okay, so yes, heavy flywheel and then low RPM assist. Okay, you would not see this in the brochure, but let me tell you that yes, it has that. Okay, an offshoot of you know, what they call the MSR system, if I'm not wrong. I'll put the text here. You know, they have that engine drag torque control, okay, and in brackets they put it MSR. Essentially what it does is it raises you know, the RPM when you are in a higher gear at lower speeds. And the best part is, if you know, just to make sure that you're not lugging the engine, okay, it would show you here, the gear position indicator will show an arrow, and you know, it will suggest you to downshift to a lower gear. So yeah, so this is brilliant engineering. This is, you know, these are the features that you want, okay, in your day-to-day life. Anyway, so like I said, this is a brilliant, you know, tourer, brilliant highway car, brilliant city car as well. And I hope you know, you like the video. Do hit that like button, do subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you soon in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.